like you were saying, they did all this work to get this choreography done, to get these fight sequences so cool, and then the cameraman got drunk.
Yeah.
And couldn't, and the cameraman just stumbling all over.
Stumbling, yeah.
I mean, he's leaning on people and ducking and falling on the floor. And I mean, it's like, goddamn, first of all, quit drinking and then get a stabilizer, man. Get a steady
stabilizer.
cam.
Hey, back up so you can really capture the action. Because he's so close, it's almost like he's ducking punches that they're throwing.
Hey everybody, Double Toasted Live is coming to New York on September 10th. Hey, that's my big birthday weekend, so help me celebrate with you. You can get your tickets right now over at doubletoasted.com or go to x1entertainment.com/double-toasted-Brooklyn. Hey, there's a limited number of all access tickets and VIP tickets. They're going pretty fast, so go over there and get your tickets now. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. Oh, Snake Eyes, boy. Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe, man. Thing with Snake Eyes, because Snake Eyes was cool, because everybody was sort of, they were brought in by the mystique of Snake Eyes.
Yes, because he didn't talk, right?
Because he didn't talk. And plus, he was always a badass. Oh, okay, not all the time. All right, most of the time.
Well, he was fighting a big mutant cat bear.
Apparently, snakes can't fight bears, man. And bitch slapped his ass. You hear that?
I love how you built him up.
And that bear knocked his ass down.
Knocked him off the screen.
And slapped his ass like Ike Turner, man.
That bear's like, the envelope was light this week.
He bitch slapped his ass. Snake versus bear. Bear wins. We all remember Snake Eyes from, again, another show from the 80s that was pretty much just a commercial for toys, but we did not care.
He never can stop. He's always there. Fighting.
Jesus,
And give Destro a chance to toss him around.
Manhandling. Yeah.
Here, you take him. No, you take him.
Hell, they running a train on Destro right now. Everybody having their way with old Chrome Dome over here. Hey, I'm open. Throw it in. Yeah, people. That is G.I. Joe right there. And the adults are saying, give me my shit back. Yeah, once
G.I.
again.
Joe, or the village people with guns.
Yeah. There's another one where we just can't let the kids have it, man. We can't pass it down.
No.
Can't give it to another generation.
No, he's mine.
I was about to say, mine. Yeah, we like little greedy 2-year-olds. Mine. We ain't sharing our toys with nobody.
Right.
Even when we're damn near 50 years old.
Dad, can I? No, I bought you some toys.
Yeah. Yeah, even at 50 years old, people, my generation, we don't want to share our toys with nobody, including the people who should be playing with them, the kids. No, give me my shit back. Mom! This brings us to trying to make another G.I. Joe, kind of rebooting it. And this time they're jumping into it like they did with the others. This time they're probably taking more of a Marvel approach here.
Because the new thing to do is to build a universe.
Yes. And they saw how DC messed up and how they were just trying to dump the whole box on everybody. They said, no. Hey, look, take it from Marvel. If you want to build a universe, you got to do it right. You just got to take it bit by bit, person by person.
One brick at a time.
One brick at a time, one character at a time. Season it a little bit, let it marinate over some years. Let people you got to ease people into it. You can't serve the shit too hot where it's burning their mouth. Mm-hmm. And that brings us, dang, look, his mouth just got burned. Oh, shit. As Henry Golding, as the character of Snake Eyes. Even though Snake Eyes never said a word, even though Snake Eyes was somewhat of a silent badass, hey, look, he had to be a dude just like everybody else at some point.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Was it Snake Eyes a white dude?
I think so. Okay. But he was black when he had all that outfit on. This time, he's Asian. He had to be a regular guy at some point. I mean, he just didn't come out kicking ass and fighting everybody, and he didn't just become a Joe out of nowhere. What was his story? What was going on with old Snake Eyes before he was the Snake Eyes that we knew? Back when he was just, do you remember his name in the movie before he was Snake Eyes?
I don't think he had one.
No,
You think about it, he's a little kid, and then when the next time we see him, he's an adult. And
Then he has a name, Snake
and
Eyes.
people are calling him Snake Eyes already.
Yeah. What was it that drove him to be the warrior that he is today, eventually leading up to his position as one of the strongest members of the Joe team, a.k.a. G.I. Joe?
The head ninja in charge.
That's just, why you do that, man? That's just racist.
That's what he is, though.
You know what you did. That's still kind of racist, man. You wouldn't like it if he said that.
But it's not racist because he's an actual ninja.
Good point. Can't argue with that. How did he become that? Let's go ahead and take a look, and we'll be back with our review. Now, you can see, ain't that old G.I. Joe, not even like those old movies that were out there. This is it's like shit, we serious now.
Yeah, serious.
This is a whole lot, as I was saying before, it is a little more mature, actually a whole lot more mature. This is a lot grittier, a lot edgier, it's a lot more violent. The fight scenes in this are also a little more hard-hitting. I was looking at some of these fight scenes, and I was like, damn, these fight scenes are actually pretty good.
A really good choreography on him.
Too bad I can't see the shit.
It's another one of those like, wow, the stunt coordinator worked out some really great stunts and action scenes, and whoever was filming it was right up on everybody, so you miss so much of what's going on.
It's like like you were saying, they did all this work to get this choreography done, to get these fight sequences so cool, and then the cameraman got drunk.
Yeah.
And couldn't, and the cameraman just stumbling all over.
Stumbling, yeah.
I mean, he's leaning on people and ducking and falling on the floor. And I mean, it's like, goddamn, first of all, quit drinking and then get a stabilizer, man. Get a steady
stabilizer.
cam.
Hey, back up so you can really capture the action. Because he's so close, it's almost like he's ducking punches that they're throwing.
Yeah, exactly. God damn, is the camera too heavy for you? Get somebody else to do this shit.
Because there is sometimes it's almost, it leans as if he got knocked out.
It was a moment look like he holding the camera and he just got too heavy for him. He just can't hold on no more. Shit, somebody catch me. Get him. It's like, man, I mean, really, if you can't keep this camera still, then just put it on a tripod. I'll watch it in one shot. Mm-hmm. Cause damn, I couldn't. I mean, I know I could. The fighting is good enough to where I can tell they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
It's just I would really would love to just step back and see it. I mean, you know what we always say, man. I want to feel like I'm in the middle of the fight. After looking at this, I'm like, no. I want to buy a seat just like everybody else.
Exactly.
And watch that shit from the audience. I don't want to be ducking and trying to watch this at the same time too. And and Henry Golden, man, he's good. Henry Golden's actually now there are times he's talking and his accent comes and goes, but for the most part, because he's trying to do, he's trying to like not do the British accent.
Right, and he's very British. I mean, I think he's even more British than he is Asian. But yeah, he's trying not to have that accent come in, and and he's acted against Andrew Koji, who's also British.
It's that guy's British too.
Mm-hmm. He's British Japanese. Yeah.
I can tell. Yeah, I looked at him. I was like, that dude is not fully Asian.
Right. But and you get some of it here, but you see him in that show Warrior. That guy's just nothing but charisma and knows how to fight.
Really?
Because he's also a stunt man, and he he just looks like a normal dude who they taught him some moves. Like, no, he's the shit.
And you know what? Even with the accent that he has here, he is very charismatic. Mm-hmm. I mean, look, it's just really, if y'all want to break it down, man, it's just one pretty ass Asian fighting another one.
Right.
It's like, what y'all fight, but don't hit each other in the face.
Right. Those are the money makers.
It's like, damn, just two handsome ass Asian dudes beat each other. It's like, hey, yeah, man, keep below the face. But
I mean, fortunately, they're on each other's side through most of it.
through exactly. You know, they you know, throughout it they kind of have switching alliances. It's cool to have Henry Golden come in and be kind of like this is what they should have done in Mortal Kombat. He's the guy, the everyman guy. Even though he's a great fighter, he beat the shit out of most people. His character would. He's kind of the everyday guy that is us coming into this world, and that is cool to kind of relate to him. That's awesome. Now,
he's the guy that gets everyone to explain what's going on to the audience.
Yeah, exactly. And boy, they explain a lot of shit. Like, goddamn,
he's going like, so what's that? Oh, I'm glad you asked. And then they just look straight into the camera like, well, we've had this dynasty for years and we protect the stone.
That is what I was about to say, man. Y'all, there's some Asian stereotypical shit going on here. I'm not saying it's offensive, but it's kind of annoying sometimes because when we're talking about explaining, first of all, they explain it so much. It's like, should I pull up a seat and just take notes? Because I feel like there's going to be a test on this shit. Because they pulled out a board and everything. I was like, because y'all explain a lot. There's a course now. This is not a movie anymore. But also, they are so Asian that they're not explaining anymore. They're talking like in proverbs, and they're talking mystical.
Yeah.
For years, my clan has been the one to protect the power. And I was like, oh, shit, man. This is some stereotypical shit right here.
That's the thing. That, them to do all that, you're like, okay, this story ain't that deep. I mean, I ain't trying to jump ahead, but it's cliche like a mother. So don't act like you're breaking down some new philosophy.
No, man. And
keep it simple.
And at first, because at first when it starts out, it's some. And y'all saw it in the trailer, man, because what I liked about the beginning of it, now I'm going to tell you, there's some things that don't make any sense, and I had to look at that, and I'm like, okay, this is stupid. But I do like that you're starting out a G.I. Joe movie. It's not a comic book movie. It's pretty much, and it is an action movie, but it's some gangster shit, man. It's a crime film at the beginning.
Wants to see. This man betrayed our trust.
Oh, and I normally would take points off of this, but I love it when somebody up in the organization. This is the Yakuza, but every mafia group, every mob has that trust. They give the trust speech.
I know, got to give the speech.
Yeah, we only are powerful because we have trust. We only get by with trust.
This organization is like a baseball team.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They gave the trust speech. Mm-hmm. And that was, even though that's cliche, that was kind of cool. Because they're like, oh my God, this is a gangster flick. And I liked it, man. I was pulled into it. And then, right after that, man, right after I said, man, I'm enjoying this gangster shit right here. Then that's when people started pulling out the swords, man. I'm sorry, I know the Yakuza is even looking like this. Are they looking at this? And they're looking at all these swords here, and all these Japanese people. If you are a Japanese crime person, part of the Yakuza, you are watching this movie talking about gun, motherfucker. Use a gun. They've had people. This is the mafia group. This is the mob, and they had guns at the beginning of a scene.
Yeah, the thing is, part of it you can go like, well, guns are illegal and they're not so easy to get in Japan. But that scene in the warehouse took place in Los Angeles.
That's in Los Angeles.
And it's nothing but guns in Los Angeles.
And they had guns.
Yeah.
They all had guns.
Yeah.
Once the real fighting starts, once shit starts breaking out, ain't nothing but a bunch of Japanese people with swords. And they all, it never fails. If you get a group of Japanese people and they all got swords, they all do the same thing. Ah! They all got to scream and run. And I'm thinking, this would be so much. Is this an honor thing? Because it would be so much simpler. Y'all got guns. Y'all are strapped right now. It'd be so much simpler. Out of 50 people, and you trying to kill 2, it'd be so much easier if y'all just got a circle and blast these fools, man.
Well, okay. So in the very beginning, the way it starts out, it had some things similar to Batman Begins, in as much as, okay, parents dead, going around the world, getting into fights, and all this. That scene right there starts out like like you said, like a Yakuza like a crime
Yeah.
film. But what they really want to get into, the reason for the swords, and I was like, I know what you're saying. I thought it too, but I was like, this is all about them wanting to do a big kung fu scene, just a big sword fighting scene, because they worked out the choreography and it's going to be cool, and it's all about the visuals.
Yeah, we just it's a preference thing. And
I know logically what you're saying is true. I know it. I'm just saying this is a character that's going to use swords, and they want to have a big sword fight. They want to have action. They're like, hey, this is what people want to see.
And he wasn't even using his sword at that moment. No. Snake Eyes. He didn't even using a sword. He beat the shit out of people. And the sword fighting is not even all that great. They got one cool scene where they're pretty much about to go in and shish kebab these fools sitting in a car, and the car is just impaled with knives. And I thought that was cool. But all of them running, and they just, it's like, man, if it was set up differently, and again, if it wasn't, there's about 3 things that bother me. One, logic. You already you introduced guns already. If you didn't want to introduce guns, or if you wanted to make it a big sword fight, don't show that you got guns.
Yeah.
2, I can't even see that, just like I could do with it's just a blur, just like it was with the fight scenes.
I know.
And like I said, man, it was just kind of like the whole cliche of like a bunch of Japanese people just yelling. Also, if we want to go down the Asian cliches, anytime we've gone from crime and Yakuza, now we're getting down to like the ninja stuff. We're getting down to the martial arts, and every time we go to some temple and we get to the martial arts, and you got to train, because that's what happens with Henry Golden as Snake Eyes. Now he's got to go, because I won't tell you why after the movie for yourself, but because of his skills and his nobility, he ends up going to a temple where he has to train, and then, that leads him on the road to being who he is. But every time you go to one of these temples, there's always a blind dude, always a blind warrior. And I don't know, maybe that is part of Snake Eyes, his background. I don't know. But I was like, wow, man, are we just going down a checklist of these things right here? Because it started out kind of cool.
I thought it started out kind of cool too. But yeah, the more it gets, once they get past Los Angeles and they get to Japan, things become a lot less cool and a lot more cliche. And something that I thought was kind of cool at first, but really worked against it, is that when you see Henry Golding, his character Snake Eyes, fighting alongside Tommy, you see that Tommy, Andrew Koji, like really is a kung fu master.
Yeah.
Knows what he's doing. And Snake Eyes, he's more of a brawler. He doesn't have a refined technique. It's more just like, hey, I'm just getting here and start punching, and I can take a punch.
Yeah.
So then later in the film, Snake Eyes he's an accomplished ninja, and he's good with a sword. And I was like, there was never a point where he trained to do any of that, and now suddenly he's better than everybody else here.
Oh, Martin, no, there was. We saw a montage where he ran up a wall and jumped over a log.
Yeah.
That dude went out to train one day. One day, and he's already doing all this ninja shit. And you have the dude from the Raid. EYES, I think is his name. Even that fight scene, you always have this fight where, there's a certain solution that you have to use because of what you were told, and we always see this test in movies. And I was looking at this whole fight scene. I said, man, I know, just do the thing. I know what the.
Did you know what the answer was?
I know exactly what the answer was.
I didn't know what it was, but once it got revealed what it was, I was like, wow, that was super anticlimactic.
Yeah, but I already knew. I've seen this test. I was like, I know what this is. Again, man, the movie really is just a matter of logistics for me. It's just things that if they had just made this a little bit tighter, and there's your boy, the blind dude. I think. Yeah. I don't know if he's supposed to be the RZA from that movie where the RZA played the Asian dude, but he was still black.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah, he had them cotton ball eyebrows, and he was talking like this.
Well, I mean,
And that is Peter Minaj.
yeah,
right there.
yeah, Minaj is it's
As
not
the blind, they even call him the blind master.
yes, it's not Tony Todd. But if you ever needed a fill-in, no, I with all the big gaps in logic and everything, the biggest gap that bothered me the most is because we see that Tommy Andrew Koji, he befriends Snake Eyes and says, "Man, me and you are cool. I want you to be my right-hand man." And
Yeah.
everybody else in the clan is like, "We don't know this dude."
Yes.
And yet he's like, "No, I trust him." I was like,
I vouch for
I
him.
vouch for him. He has honor in his eyes. And it's just like, that is so dumb. Like you have your security, everybody telling you like, yeah, we don't know. They ain't even saying, no, not him. They're like, we don't know about him. He's like, no. He and I fought together, and so now I trust him with everything.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to check.
I'm going to tell you what's even dumber with that. Because I was looking at this and I was like, for real? So you just brought this stranger in to your home. You got all this technology and this security. But once Snake Eyes go to just one random mechanic in the closet, it's like, hey, Tommy said I could use one of the motorbikes right here.
Oh, yeah.
good. Take it.
Take it.
Go.
Yeah.
And,
Ooh, that one right there, that's the best one.
and that, yeah. no, that one, that's faster and has no tracing.
No tracking.
Has no tracking on it. You want that one. Are you going out to do some shady shit? Take that one. That fool, he went out and took a break, and nobody's tracking his ass.
Right.
Nobody's looking where he's going.
They're all suspicious of him, but nobody tracks
But
him.
nobody's tracking him. He just goes, he's like, hey, I just want to go to the bar tonight real quick. I'm going to the club. Can I borrow the bike? Yeah, bro, here you go. And he just leaves, and they don't know what the he's doing out there. Just gone.
Just gone.
They showed you they had tracking technology, but did not even bother to use it on this fool until they absolutely had to.
Until somebody said, like, hey, guys, it doesn't make sense that they wouldn't track him at all. All right. Well, fine. We just had to get to a certain place.
I told you, I vouch for him. Oh, yeah, well, what the is he doing right there?
Yeah,
oh,
right.
shit.
Yeah, because when he starts pulling shady shit on them, I was like, I don't feel sorry for y'all at all.
This clan is stupid.
They have a MacGuffin so super valuable.
This clan is a clan of idiots.
And they don't put guards in front of it or around it. They suspect somebody tried to break in, and then they just walk away from it.
In the compound, my man.
And you think a compound would have, I don't know, maybe a fence? Nah.
They got a wall.
Yeah, a wall.
And they do, and they have a wall surrounding. They got fences, but Henry Golden walks out from his room and immediately sees, he looks up and conveniently there's just a gap in the infrared right there.
Yeah.
He's like, he even looks like, damn, really? Did y'all just set me up for this? He's like, he was one like, do I even go out? Because this might be a setup.
I mean, I was thinking I wouldn't even double cross them, but come on, it's begging me to.
It's really a lot of logics here, man, that I just can't. I can't overlook. Now, one of the funny things is that it's been going on as a gangster flick and then an action flick and then pretty much a samurai and training flick and a ninja and training flick for so long. I sat up there and I was like,
Brother.
Cobra.
oh yeah, this is a G.I. Joe movie. I forgot.
It does go on so long. They wait a long ass time to bring in the G.I. Joe element.
Until she pulled that coat back, that collar back, Cobra! Listen, that actually is not a bad thing because this is a setup. And I thought it was kind of cool that Cobra was introduced slowly into the movie. I'm glad that they didn't try to throw everything out there. Now, that I did think was good. And that's Samara Weaving as one of the G.I. Joe characters, Scarlet.
Which I never knew Scarlett's name was Scarlett O'Hara.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a code name. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the moment they said, yeah, Miss O'Hara. I was like, wait, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, because you got the red hair and everything. Yeah. It was
Okay.
always Scarlett O'Hara. Yeah, man. And they start bringing in some of the other characters, and then it becomes, because, as you watch the movie, they start to slowly, and I like that, is because it is more grounded than some of the other G.I. Joe movies out
So
there.
well, how could you not be?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's cool the way they're handling that. I mean, I wish they wouldn't. I wish they'd be smarter about the writing. I wish they'd be better with the camera work. But when they slow down and they're not, and they have just moments where they are taking their time, it's kind of cool. They bring in like the Baroness, man. The Baroness. That chick is Ursula Corbetto. She is I was like, man, who is that chick? Turns out she was in that show Money Heist that I was watching.
Oh,
that show from Spain.
Yeah.
And that girl is hot.
Yeah, everybody's going nuts over her.
That girl is fine. Shit, it hurts to say how fine she's fine. That girl is hot. I remember when she was there, because that's like, man, I know fine when I see it. I've seen that shit before. And she's hot in that show, man. And I didn't know that she was in this. So it's kind of, I really even hate telling you these things, because I didn't know that they were going to be introducing some of the characters from the show. And I will tell you, it does make me kind of eager to see, regardless of what I think about this, I'm kind of eager to see how they're going to bring in some of the more exaggerated characters like Cobra Commander and Destro.
Me too.
Damn, that looks like a Run the Jewels album cover right there. Look like they just said, F terrorism. We just got our mixtape out there. And I like the way they introduce Cobra. They tell you, like, hey, the explanation for Cobra is, they're a terrorist cell and they got their hands in everything, including, crime syndicates. So that right there, I thought that's a cool way to kind of introduce G.I.
I felt
Joe.
the same way. It made me go like, well, I'd like to see beyond this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I think that they stumbled a lot on here, man, and it's just because it started out really cool, even though the camera work was really muddy. But I was like, you know what? I can look over this if they keep this gritty feel with a good script, because I really did like that whole introduction of Snake Eyes as being like you said, a street brawler. This is a cool origin story right here. But I will tell you, for as cool as that origin story is at the beginning, because at first, like I said, it's a crime film, it's a gangster flick, it's a martial arts movie, a samurai film, a ninja film. And y'all like, is it even G.I. Joe? Oh yes, because by the end of it, that shit is it is the cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
It's the cartoon with more death. All that shit where they would blow up stuff and people jump out with parachutes, or they kept missing.
Yeah,
when G.I. Joe would shoot, they didn't hit a damn thing.
Especially Cobra.
Yeah, Cobra just standing there looking at him like, damn, really? But it's a lot more death. They hit their targets. They slice up things. No blood. Gotta let you know that. Man, they even kill somebody point blank in the head. Ain't a wound anywhere on that head.
Well, it's implied.
I know, and I didn't mind that.
Yeah,
it's a PG-13 movie.
It came across. It didn't feel like they were skimping on the kills.
Oh no, they didn't. I mean, they would walk into areas and the floor would be carpeted with dead bodies.
Yeah, I mean, and there's one kill where somebody was just, man, they on the dude's side. He's on the payroll.
I laughed at that.
I know, he had to laugh. He got called over to get killed just for a demonstration.
Yeah,
it's like, come on.
Damn, y'all they ain't ruthless though.
I guess so.
I better keep the rest of y'all in line, won't it?
Yeah, like, somebody go over to him like, you knew you were working for Cobra though, right? What'd you think that meant?
This shit gets magical and all, and the movie goes a lot of places, and maybe that's another thing with it that keeps it from working solidly, is that it's just so many things in one. Because there was a moment in the middle of the movie where I was like, all right, this is definitely lost focus. I don't even know what storyline we really concentrating on right now. This movie's gone so many places and come back again. It's like, come on.
That's the thing. Like, in the beginning, I was digging it, and even when things weren't great, I was still like, yeah, but I'm still on its side. I'm still enjoying this. But there is a point toward the middle where I felt like it was spinning its wheels. And then it starts to bring in the elements from the show, and it becomes much more of a cartoon.
I still think it was better than those other live-action G.I. Joe movies.
Sure.
Especially, what was that one?
Retaliation?
Retaliation. Is that the one with the Rock?
Is that the one with The Rock? Or Retaliation might be the cartoon. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, I think this is Let me see here. Yeah, Retaliation.
Okay.
That's it. yeah, it for what it's worth, it's better than those movies, I think.
Yeah, it is. It is. I just wish it hadn't gotten. It just got dull to me at one point.
Yeah.
And like even bringing in the big action sequences later, it's like, well, yeah, but a lot of these are just you're just killing henchmen, and it's not really. All it's doing is padding out time.
There's a chase at the end of the film on the third act, and it's a lot of it is CG. But I think that when they get like this stuff right here, it's cool. Like they do creative things with the CG there. Or maybe it's just at that point, I'm so glad I can actually see it.
True.
That I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
but
there's that.
I thought the CG and the CG chase scene in the third act was actually kind of cool. And you know, it's not special. It's
Well, it to me, it's undercut by the fact that there's other stuff going on in the big climax, and it feels like, all right, there's urgent things happening, and y'all are kind of bullshitting around with this when you need to be moving on to help out these other people. That move she pulls there, that's kind of cool to look at, but it's Fast and the Furious logic. Like, physics wise, it's like, wow, you know what? Everybody gives Dom Toretto a hard time, but he paved the way for stupid action scenes.
Well, like I said, we are at the cartoon level.
Yes.
So when the CG comes in and takes over, that's the kind of physics we're getting into. People are falling down, they ain't got no bones.
Yeah.
Or if they do, they're the hardest ass bones ever. I really did enjoy that action scene. I like that a lot. It's just at this point, there's no story to attach yourself to. It's just a visual. Oh, well, I will say this. I did enjoy the last few minutes of the movie because that shit got raw. It was like being at a family dinner. And somebody,
oh yeah,
and somebody got told that, hey man, your wife is cheating on you or something like that, and shit just became at the dinner table, and shit just got uncomfortable. It just got raw.
Yeah,
I was laughing so hard.
You were laughing.
I said, man, that turned quick.
Yeah. This is not what we came in here for.
I didn't see this. I didn't see that coming. I was like, damn, man, calm your ass down. It's not okay. Well, I guess we're doing this.
Well, you know, the movie's about to end, and they were like, oh shit, this guy's supposed to become this other character. We haven't really set that up.
And that happened so quick. I was looking at Martin at the end. I was doing the dramatic gestures.
Yes.
I was like, oh, come on, man. I was like, why?
Call me.
Why? Why? Were you just so mad that you on the plane just thinking this shit up?
Right. Yeah, it would have been different. Like if they had him with a sketch pad, writing out different names, and making costumes.
Definitely something where bits and pieces. Enjoyed it, but overall, this could have been so much better. I think they're showing you some of the best stuff in the trailer right now.
I felt that way too. When I watch the trailer, I get excited. And I'm like, yeah, this stuff is in there, but it's spaced out.
And a lot of you might actually go in and enjoy this. There's some cool action there. I think the fighting is not as good as some of the actual, chase scenes like I just mentioned that are very enhanced by CG, but I give it a rental.
It'll get logged as, well, the best of the G.I. Joe movies so far. Sounds like you're damning it with faint praise.
It's a backhanded compliment.
It's the world's largest midget. But yeah, it's a rental.
Yeah. Somebody summed up in the chat. Is this on TBS yet? Give it a few minutes. It'll be.
But some of it works really well.
No, some of it does. Some of it does work well. I mean, somebody asked, and I just told you, is it better than Retaliation? Boy, ain't nobody listening to us. We just told you that. I mean, that wasn't even like at the beginning of the review. That was 5 minutes ago. We said that. That was people. Man, you know what? Y'all tell them. we just said it.
It's funny because I liked the trailer for this better than I liked the trailer for Shang-Chi. But now watching it, I'm like, all right, Shang, I kind of want you to bring it home.
Yeah, Shang is our only hope.